So basically what you need to start off with are strong mounts. Now let me grab mine. Goddamn bears. This is my team, however it's late game, and I will be going over the beginning game and mid game for the most part. Actually no, these aren't end game, not really. That guy I got from an egg. Make sure to get eggs, I'll show you good farming spots, but number one, when you first spawn in, you want to get an Erith deer, purple deer thing. They usually spawn in this area. Also, don't bother with night wings, they are one of the worst mounts, they're slow. They aren't that good. Here are the zones in which you can catch Erith deer. There's there, here, and there. Number two, you're going to want a good ore mining base. As you can see, I have no digitoids. That's because they suck as miners. I have Zephyr and just some things for the planting, but mostly you want tomb bats. They're very good because they actually deal a solid amount of damage, around 30 to 40. I also have an Anubis, but that's more mid-game, so you don't really need it. Same with Mamarest. Now in terms of ore, this is a really good spot that I can comfortably recommend. My spot is higher up in the desert, however it sucks at the moment because it's staffed by digitoids. Here is where it is, about coordinates 162, 88 or so. There is also the Anubis spawn point right next to it. And speaking of why I think this area is honestly a very good area, so long as you have some heat resist armor, is because it's incredibly good for farming Polymer, which you need high quality Palworld for. These guys drop it, and a ton of digitoids spawn around here as well. A bit more north and all down that coast, digitoids and dew mud spawn, so here's a really good place for farming high quality Palworld in order to make Polymer. Now in terms of Paldium or whatever it's called, I highly recommend doing dungeons. This one isn't closed, is it? It is. So unfortunately dungeons are on a timer limit, so I'll just have to go and find another one. However, this one is right here in this little alcove. Another good dungeon is right here. It's almost directly next to the Saint Rain and Syndicate Tower entrance. However, as you can see, this one is also closed. Another one, and it is closed up. You see this area? Once that's gone and there's a big black void, that's when you know it's... and when a problem. If you ever see these, you're gonna want to catch them. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop off. Oh, no. Oh, please. You're gonna want to catch them because they're a special thing. I can't really do any damage to you without just killing you, because their lucky thing gives a boost to work speed, and you can breed that onto other creatures. Speaking of ore spots, it looks like here's another good one. Here is it on the map, and we are also right next to the next dungeon that I'm planning on checking to see if I can even go into it. I recommend getting those tansies. They're come on! They're all... And after a little while of waiting in front of here, just AFKing, I'm at this dungeon, by the way. It changed into the, well, open version that you can actually enter. Now I recommend just throwing out a pal and having them attack everything aggressively. As you can see, there's always a lot of Paldium spawns. And in the higher level ones, I almost always get around 150 to 120, but on the lower level ones, well, we're already at 80, which is nice. Wait. I do recommend having a faster ground-based mount. I do not recommend the deer for this one because it gets stuck in the doorways. It's too tall. Dire wolf is also a very good choice, but I choose I forgot what this one's name was. I choose this one though. And now in order to be able to move around the dungeon, you gotta know how they're spawned. Oh, and you always want to look for these drops because they have chests in them. Now you do need either a grappling hook or a flying pal to do this, and as I have not crafted a grappling hook yet for some reason, I usually just use the Ragnarok to get up. However, you do have to watch out because if your model goes into the roof, it can bug out and leave you stuck. And these dungeons are also the only place that you can catch Mao, I believe. And you can also catch Kilimari here, but I believe they're available elsewhere. And these do spawn in a tile system. They're randomly generated every time. These caves usually also have lots of palladium. Speaking of mouse, now I don't need any, so yeah. This is just how I recommend doing dungeons, because they're always rich in palladium. However, now I'll just go ahead and look for the exit because I don't particularly need palladium. And here is the final place of the room, which has the boss. For some reason I'm not particularly frightened of this one. But here is also how you get ancient civilization parts, either that or fighting alphas or the towers. Frankly, I don't use the towers. You can also pretty commonly get Tombs of Enlightenment or whatever they're called from these, which gives you more tech points. Here is another really good ore mining spot. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 nodes in it. There's possibly more, and the Brothers of the Pirate Eternal are just blocking them. Now this is usually where I come to mine sulfur, because as you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sulfur spawn points in a relatively small area. I know there's another mining spot on the other side of there. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is where I get sulfur. Here is it where it is on the map. Again, don't do the towers, they're useless. And speaking of finding eggs, there is a point right here, but I've never really seen a huge frozen egg. Don't think I've hatched one of those yet. Anyways, in terms of finding quartz, there's one node. I know there's probably better nodes around here somewhere though. And speak of the devil, it looks to be what might be another huge egg. I need to go a bit north for that point. And here's the Maraths. They like it when you die. Yeah, they like the scent of death. Anyways, here's a really good mining spot for quartz. Also has some cyberlinks on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 nodes. And here it is on the map. And for the last thing, I just want to tell y'all where to find certain high tier pals. They'll still be the corresponding level to their area, however it's better than fighting the boss versions first up. Also, this is both Necromus and Palladius. Anyways, here has, I know it has Blazma and Ocirc or something like that. Down. Yep, Ocirc is right over there, so is Phalaris and Lylene. Grisbol is down there. That one must be a boss only. Yormantide Ignis can be found there. Menacing can be found there. Astegon can be found here. Blasmut can be found there. Wyvern can be found over here. Fangalope can be found here, it takes up all the good spawns. Warsect can be found there. Wimpobotan. King Paka. Petalia. Azarobi. Oh, that's funny, I never even noticed them in there. Elphidoran. Valet. Verdash. Bushi. Oh yeah, I wanted to show y'all where these spawn. They spawn pretty much everywhere at night. Yeah. And it's why I'm not switching between night and day for every single thing to see if it's active in any of these. It's because they can spawn in both day and night no matter their normal timing. Here's where I got my Rayhound, Raindrix, Pyren. Incineram Noct can spawn both here, and they're a pain in the ass because you don't want them. They aren't that good, you don't really need them. Earth, Deer, Terra spawn over here, or you can breed them. Boss only. Yeah, and those only spawn in dungeons. Where's Blasmut, though? I lost the dog. There it is. Yep, spawns right over there. Now, if you just want a shit ton of eggs, for lack of a better term, here is your spot on top of almost every single one of these spires. They spawn over there, and another spawns right there. You can just barely see it. I've gotten huge, large, but mostly normal. I've gotten mostly normal everywhere because the huge and large are supposed to be rare drops. I'm very excited to hatch that huge frozen egg, though I have an idea of what it might be. I know that the different eggs can spawn different things when they hatch, but I've pretty much only gotten one different pal per type of egg. Can't open that. There's one right here. There's none right there. And yep, there's those two spawns. But yeah, no, if you just want to get a ton of eggs, especially if you're in the early game, these hatch out some pretty decent pals. I'll go ahead and hatch them all at the end of this video, which will be once I get back to my main base after collecting this last common egg. Now, in order to hatch eggs, you'll need one of these things, which you get via the ancient tech tree. First thing, you unlock it at level 7, then you have to... Honestly, I don't remember how many ancient tech points, but some. Let's go ahead and grab the hip lantern, that'll be useful. Yeah, sure, why not? It's not like I have a shortage of these points. Anyways, let's go with the two huges first. Now keep in mind that, yep, Mamorous Christ, I have my hatch rates way cranked up. Yep, Suzuki Aqua. So this would take a lot longer on most other servers unless you also cranked up your hatch times. Yeah, that's a bug that happens pretty commonly here at main base, but it's fine. It'll be fine. Just let it wiggle around. Yeah, no, Nightwings suck. They look cool. Nothing else. Mao. You can also get Mao from eggs, I suppose. Oh, that's actually a good Greyhound. I might swap it out for mine. And Cafferty. But yeah, no, that's how you do Palworld in, I don't know how long this is. Not that long, probably.